Hello folks and welcome back. On this episode we're going to troubleshoot and repair our Flojet water pump that stopped working in our trailer. As you can see here, when we turn on the pump, there's no output from the water pump. The Flojets consist of a pump with a regulator on the bottom. Now they're screwed in here with 4 screws. I've already taken the top 2 screws out here just to speed things up. And we'll go ahead and remove the bottom 2 screws now. Once those screws are out, we're just going to gently lift it out, and this black cap on the bottom is going to be your pressure regulator. Now we're going to take this cap off. There's a screw right in the center. Just take it out, and then we're going to turn power on, and we're going to jump her across. If we jump her across and the pump comes on, that means the pressure switch is bad. If the pump doesn't come on, that means the pump's bad. Now we do have 12 volts here, so be very careful. Make sure you don't short anything out. I just take a pair of needle nose pliers and hold it right across the end. And you hear the pump come on there, which means that the switch is what's bad. So we'll go ahead now and replace the switch. First thing we'll do is go ahead and turn power off to the pump again. I've ordered a new switch from Amazon. It's right here. I'll put a link in the description down below. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and pull the 2 wires off of the actual switch here. Now once we get the wires off the switch, we're going to actually go outside, make sure our freshwater tank is completely drained. And we're also going to pull the anode and drain our hot water tank out so that we have no water coming back through the pump as we take this cover off, because it can leak out. I'm still going to take a towel here, and I'm going to place a towel underneath the pump. Let me move all this out of the way. And that way any water that does leak out, it'll go right on the towel and we'll be fine. And just stuff it up underneath there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these 2 screws on either side of the switch out. I've gone outside and I've made sure that everything was drained, our water heater and our freshwater tank. Now let's go ahead and take the screws up. Now once you get the screws out, just pull your switch off here. And there's my old switch. And we'll go ahead and get ready to put the new one. Now, you'll see that they also provide you this little rubber diaphragm here. And what we're going to do is replace the old one here. Now when you take this diaphragm out, just use your fingernails, pull it out. Just be very careful, because the mechanism behind it is spring loaded and you want to keep it in there. So use one finger to hold it in and one to pull the diaphragm out, and just put the new diaphragm right back in, and you just push it right in. Then we're going to take our new switch, make sure you get your orientation right so that the wires are going in the correct direction, and then we're going to go ahead and we'll start one screw on the other side. Then we'll put the screw in the other side, the opposite side, and then once we've got both screws started, then we'll tighten them down. Once we've got the screws tightened, we'll go ahead and put our 2 wires back on here. And got to find the other wire that dropped below the towel here. Alright, let's put the second wire on here, and then from there we're going to actually reach up and momentarily turn on the power switch to make sure that it works. And as you can see, it works good. So next thing we're going to do is put the black cap on the end, and just make sure you get your orientation where the wires come through. It's got little holes on the bottom. And they provided us with brand new screws for all of this, the cap, and to actually hold it in there. So make sure you use your new screws. And it's just a matter of holding it on there and screwing the little cap in there. And then you're finished reassembling your pump. And once the cap's on here, we're going to go ahead and just screw it back to the wall here. Behind the fiberglass there is pieces of wood that they've built into the system. So there's just 4 wood screws in here, and once you get them on there, just make sure it's on there tight. You can see it's in there pretty good, and then all we've got left to do is fill our tank and actually pump water with it. Hi folks, well we filled up the water tank and we're ready to test our system, make sure it's going to work for us. We've put everything back like it normally is in the RV, and now we're just going to come over here and we're going to turn on the water pump. And you can see the water pump comes right on, pumps water through, no problem. You can hear the pump running. You can hear the pump turn off when we turn the water off. And both sides work. We got good flow. And that's pretty much it for our water pump. So that's how we replaced the pressure regulator on our water pump. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop us a line and we'll try to answer them for you. I'll make sure I put a link in the description below for the water pump pressure switch, and I'm also going to put a link down there for an actual water pump, just in case yours happens to go bad. You've got the links for it. With that being said, we want to tell you we appreciate you watching and thank you for your support, and we'll see you in the campground.